y'all come on in. Good Sunday, good Sunday, good YAE Sunday, because you are exquisite. Okay? Okay? That's what this is all about. For you to always, always remember you are exquisite. So, you guys come on in and welcome to YAE Sundays with IndiaE. I'm India. Can you guys hear me? Let's see. I'm hoping you can hear me. I suppose my audio is okay. I don't see any red other than the live prompt up there. So I guess that's a good indicator, huh? How's everyone doing? Ooh, child. uh, no need to say there's a lot going on. Uh, there's a lot going on, though. I'll go ahead and say it. Wow, huh? Hmm, a lot going on. Well, okay, so I'm just gonna just jump right on into this. Last week we were together. Last Sunday we were together and we were doing YAE E3. And let me say this right off the bat too. Of course, honey, I am not a doctor. Okay, I am an older gal who have had uh, emotional issues, insecurity issues, like my entire existence. If you've read any of my books, I elaborate on that and all of that. And I'll put the link in. I think it's already in the description for this. So for those of you who want the literary material, books, journals, digital courses, one-on-ones, group sessions, or whatever, that's all in the description below. But just to give you a brief synopsis on where all of this comes from. Um, yeah, I, just went through a lot of very deep, significant, and serious emotional issues from my earliest existence. And I was always literary, so I always read voraciously. Um, and of course, that turned into journaling. Back in the day, as they say, it used to be called like keeping a diary or whatever. Um, and so that's the root of this. So no, I am not a doctor. Yes, I am a woman who has been through a lot, and it has taken me a long time, like decades, to work through some of this stuff, or all of it. Leave no stone unturned. Um, and what the company that I built, Exquisite Woman Global, and You Are Exquisite, works to accelerate that. So, because issues, events, and concerns obviously do not go away. So, but how we deal with those issues, events, and concerns, that component, that aspect, that facet of it, we can modify, update, accelerate, and improve, frankly. And so that's what You Are Exquisite works to do. We work to, one, help you heal. This is obviously a woman owned and based company and mindset, mind frame, and mission. So it is rooted by a woman for women, because I truly believe that, women are the root. And so connecting to inspiring women has a natural ecosystem to it. So when you can connect to the woman who is the seed, the root, then that germinates, and so we get the message out further. So instead of it taking you decades to work through what you're going through, I have gone back and I mean, I've kept these journals like, well, for decades, right? So I've gone back and been like, okay, wait a minute, like what are some through lines? How can my experience help to accelerate the healing for the young people coming up? Clearly, there is a lot going on. Clearly, the mind, and as I said in the promo video, and thank all of you guys for watching, sharing, commenting. I cannot thank you enough. Okay, and keep doing it. And anyone that you may know who this material can help. Um, uh, Thank you in advance, and please share it. So, how can my experience, um, father left at 3, a limited thinking environment, um, no fault of their own. Look, everybody is working through what they're going through in the best way that they know how. And so that's that. Meanwhile, the issues, events, and concerns have to be dealt with, or you cannot pursue into prosperity. So we need to be able to deal with the issues, events, and concerns so that we can persist and pursue in order to get through prosperity, no matter what, no matter who. Right? So, that's the game. So whether somebody is with it or not, that's on them. But for those who are connected and who know, see, this is really about like a deep knowing. Like there's certain things like that I can't explain. I can't explain how I have always known that there is something greater other than God Almighty. God Almighty put that mustard seed in me. So I have always known that I am abundant. That cannot be taken from me. And really, no one has ever really been able to change my mind, even when I was in my dumb phase. And there was a dumb phase, because when you are in a low frequency environment, which is what I want to get to, you naturally absorb. You're a kid. I mean, how do you know? Like, you're a kid. Like, you don't know how intelligent the people are around you. And even if they do have book smarts, even if they do have prominence, even if they do have wealth, obviously we can see today, I mean, you can still be, kind of, warped, and still have tremendous accoutrements, right? So, like when you're a kid, you just tend to absorb without objection. I mean, you're a kid. You're like, what do you know? And so that's what I want to get into. What have we absorbed without objection? Because that's how they did it. That's how fill in the blank did it. That's how somebody you knew did it. And so you just naturally absorb how somebody else did it. You didn't even question. You were a kid. You didn't even think to question, is this the smartest way to go about things? I mean, so that's what it's all about, right? So, like, you're in an environment, your initial inception, your initial environment, you're in it. You're navigating the best way you can. And then, you evolve. Thank God for age. Thank God. Thank you. So, like, you evolve. And you have this question in the back of your mind, like, I don't know. But, in my generation, we were taught to really not question, those authority figures in that immediate environment. you just didn't. Now, like they're going off like at two. Like they are going off at two. Which is wild to me, because back in my day, like you dare not, like your mom would give you that look, and that was the law. The look was law. You didn't bow up against the look. Nowadays, like, anyway, that's that's where all of this is born from. Okay, so you grow up in this, and now look, if this does not pertain to you, if you grew up in a cool environment, everything was cool, like it was solid, like you had a tight environment, right? Like it was tight, solid, sound, sacred, serene, secure, baby. God bless you, and you write a book, please, and let me know when you write it because I want to buy it. I didn't have that. So, like, what do you do when it's not picturesque? How do you persist, pursue, and prosper in spite of what you've been through? And so that's what this work is all about. Okay. So last week, we did the E3. Right. So, yeah. So everything that I write about is what I've been through. Okay. So I don't know other than what I've been through. So I use what I have been through to help others to accelerate what they're going through, accelerate the healing, get to the healing. How can we get to the healing? Get to the healing. And in order to get to the healing, you're going to have to take certain steps. And that involves putting your mindset, your mind frame, and your mind first and primary. The mind is everything. Period. Point blank. That's it. Because whatever and whoever has your mind, baby, they got you. And so much of it is subconscious, right? It's subconscious, especially when you're young, which is why these days, ooh, that's very interesting these days, because like we didn't have these things. Like we didn't have, I mean, I had like an etch a sketch, and I was damn happy to have it. And frankly, I wish I had it now. Like that was, like that was it. And I loved it. But now, like with this stuff, whoa. So, protecting your mind frame, and your mindset, so that you look, girl. I look like when I write that, like I mean that from my soul. Like I really, with all due respect, and no matter what, no matter who, you must know. I mean know from a cellular structure of your bone marrow. I don't even mean the bone. I mean what created the bone. You must know that you are exquisite. Like this is no joke. Like this is not. Look. The stuff is cute. The books and the journals, and I try to keep everything aesthetically pleasing. But the message is sacred, serious, and significant. So just always know that I'm not coming at like from any commercialism and all of that. My goal is to help women heal, because if we can help women heal, then we have a better chance at having a more aligned spirit, soul, and self, so you're not out here chasing someone that's not worthy. Mm-mm. Look. Baby, I only have a few minutes with y'all. I'm not trying to hold y'all. But anyway, this is very deep, and it's very serious, and it's very significant. Okay? And the evidence for why it is deep, serious, significant is pretty much what we're going through. Case made. So to me, if you have a more aligned spirit, soul, and self, you don't have the problems that we have today. You just don't. I mean, right? Like, to me, the evidence. You turn on the television, uh, the phone. I mean, like, it's everywhere. So, with that said, last Sunday we did the E3, Educate, Elevate, and Empower Your Exquisite. And so that was from my one of my first books, entitled You Are Exquisite. Uh, and that's really what started all of this, the book. And So we went through E1, which is educate. And basically, I didn't get a chance to go through all of it, because I ran out of time. I'm trying not to hold you guys, but child, I'm a little long winded, as my sister always said, girl. So E1 is educate. Basically, facing yourself. Okay, so being able to educate yourself emotionally, like, what are you carrying? What do you react to and respond to throughout your life in terms of behavior patterns that is really not yours? I mean, you kind of just absorbed it. It really, I mean, when you put your life and your fingerprint to it, is it authentically connected and aligned to you? So that is E1, being able to educate yourself emotionally. And another thing, this is not instant gratification. Okay, that's why this is um, so deep and so serious. Like, deep stuff is not, like, instantly appearing. Like, it takes work, it takes time, it takes patience, it takes self-compassion. So just be gentle with yourself. That's why these conversations are recurring, because this stuff never goes away. And so having that kind of like an iron sharpening iron, so that as we navigate the issues, events, and concerns that are current and long term, you can navigate them from a mindset, a mind frame, and mind period that is in your best interest. So, what is in your best interest? And how to think clearly in those terms so that you just navigate better. I find that when we are self-aware emotionally, um, it just elevates. Well, that's why I write that. Like, it elevates your existence. Um, you tend to navigate clearer, which I believe that results in, let's say, choosing, and uh, let's say, like, who you choose to be with, like, what is your criteria for who you choose to be with. um let's see, how can I say this without upsetting people, and I might not be able to. In our society, we tend to think that aesthetics is criteria. Oh, he's cute. Oh, she's cute. Oh, and that's kind of like, ooh, that's very, mm, mm-mm, no. No, let's deepen the criteria, because when you know you are exquisite, then that recalibrates how you go about life. And so now you're looking for something deeper than he's cute, she's cute, right? I mean, we can look in, pop culture news. Mm, no, that's a poor criteria. It really doesn't work out very well for a lot of people who use that type of criteria. So, knowing, and I mean knowing, that you are exquisite is an alignment with spirit, soul, and self. And honey, when you align the big three, you're good. And staying in that alignment, that's where the work comes in. So, clearing the clutter, clearing the emotional clutter, the conditioning, the indoctrinations, right? Clearing that out and allowing for you, your perspective, not how, Pookie and them, did it back then, but what do you think? What is your perspective from a clear and sound mind frame and mindset? Okay, so that's what all the work is rooted in, whether it's a book, whether it's a journal, whether it's a digital course, whether it's a one-on-one with me, whether it's a group session, whatever. It is all rooted in clearing the clutter, emotional clutter, learning the tools to get rid of that. And I do mean rid. And then know when it bubbles up, because it will, of course, right? I mean, it's going to bubble up, like, not today, honey, not today. So that's where we're headed. That's where we're going. That's what all the work is for, and is written from. Okay, so last week we did a E3. Educate your emotions, elevate your existence, empower your exquisite. Now we only got to E1 and 2 because I was yapping. And so I had a little bit of homework. See, I love homework. So I'm weird. I love homework. Some people, they hear the words and they're like, oh my God, no. But I tend to love homework. So I was weird like that, and I still am. Okay. So the homework was uh, in your journal, whether it's a YAE journal or, the dollar store journals that I've bought for years too, child. In your journal, do a low frequency energy dump. So, sorry if you're having brunch. I do a low frequency energy dump. Okay, and so just freestyle, and just like whatever comes to your mind. If journaling is new to you, now if journaling is not new to you, if journaling is true to you, you probably have already done some of this stuff. But if journaling is new to you, like doing a low frequency energy dump, non judgmental. This is not about indicting anyone. This is about you freeing yourself and just writing out, hey man, that was wow. No, I wouldn't do it that way. Yada, yada, whatever your low frequency energy dump may be. And just kind of get in the habit of that. Compassionately, seriously, joyfully, consistently, deliberately, and intentionally, like do a low frequency energy dump. I find that very helpful. And then E2 was elevate your existence. Now E2 um, involves the vision, that like your most desired existence. And so elevating your existence means like dreaming, like literally, like in our society, and I don't know about others, in our society, like imagination is kind of like it's put kind of in a childlike category. Oh, and that kid, that kind of thing. So, but imagination is a powerful instrumentation. And in my opinion, there is context for imagination like throughout our existence. So E2 is elevating your existence, and that is incorporating your imagination in terms of what is your most desired existence, and being able to visually, even if you're not there, even if it is all jacked. I mean, look, it can be all jacked, as it was for me, but I still wrote about it. And in many ways, over time, that has manifested. So your vision, and I know, I know, when there is a visionary among other people who don't have that, they can kind of judge that and try to suppress yours. Don't allow that. And this is a very quiet exercise. This is not like, don't be trying to tell me what, it's not like, no, because we're not wasting our energy with that. That is a misallocation of energy. No, it's not about that. No, we don't have time for that. So what it is about is doing an assessment of your environment. What is worthy and what is to be edited. And again, this work takes time. So this is long game. I know we live in a microwave thing, and and the AI, and and boom, 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 boom. But this is long game, because this is this is about what is in your best interest. So this is not a flash in the pan. This is not that. This is not trend. It's a trend. No, honey. No. This is the Rock of Ages, long game. Okay. So visualizing, being able to dream big. Part of one of the journals, I have mine over here. One of the journals in the You Are Exquisite library of journals. And it's a library because different people have different tastes. And so, and there are gentlemen who like journals and stuff as well. So, I think it's about 20 of them, I think, but I want whatever speaks to you to speak to you. One of the journals in the library of You Are Exquisite journals is the Dream Big journal. Okay. And so the dream, and it's deliberately a larger book. It is a Dream Big journal. And young people tend to love those too. And it is literally designed for you to just freestyle and just dream, baby. Just dream, and for those energy vampires and all that, honey, just let them be over there, energy vampiring and all that. You have your dreams, and your dreams are worthy, and you have, it is your birthright to see them, feel them, like write them down, and really just like lean in. It's really fascinating because when you look back on your journals, for those of you who have been journaling for a while, when you and I'm gonna do a post or something on, like, journals are ancient. Like the first journals go back to the Egyptians and the pyramids. So this is nothing new, honey. Okay, so journals are ancient, and thank God they are. And as I have said many times, I wouldn't even be here if it weren't for journals. So I am just honored, to my soul, to be able to create journals, because for me they literally were, are, and still is a lifesaver. Wait, were, is and still are let me get my grammar right, and still are a lifesaver. I can hear my English teacher right now. Yeah, so I am a huge advocate and proponent of journals because they work. Dreaming, um, and giving yourself permission to dream, especially if you look like me. Uh, uh, for you know, fight for your right to dream. Okay. Um, okay. So that was E2, and I am kind of okay. So the homework was take a low frequency energy dump in your journal. Well, you write about it. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like write about it. Okay, and then E2 was the vision. So you got to clear the clutter, and then get to the real you that's underneath. And then I want to go into self perception transformation in a minute. What time is it? Okay, I'm trying not to eat up y'all's time. Okay, and then E3, which is what I should have gotten to last week, but I talked too much last week. E3 is that this is where the action takes place. Okay, so E3 is to empower. Okay, so we've got E1, we want to educate, get familiar with, and just kind of take an emotional inventory, which is another book that I wrote, Emotional Inventory 101. Take emotional inventory on what the heck is going on upstairs. What is yours and what is not? What are you dragging? You're dragging, someone else's energy that was projected onto you. You absorbed it as a kid, and now you just subconsciously carry that. E1. E2, dream, visualize, elevate. We want to elevate. We want to literally, I used to be a flight attendant. We want to literally like lift. Like we want that lift off. So we want to elevate. So you need to dream. You need to visualize in detail, granular. Get big and get granular. Well, that's kind of an oxymoron, but you know what I mean. Okay. And then E3, empower. Now, this is where the action takes place. And remember, this is not instant. This is like a process, a navigation. This is a marathon. This is your life. These are seasons. We can't rush the tree, honey. We can plant that girl, plant that seed, and then we've got to nurture, till the soil, honey. We've got to do what we've got to do. Keep the bugs out. So this is where the work comes in. You want to empower the tree to grow. So you're going to have to take action. Okay, so E3 is to empower your exquisite, your spirit, your soul, and yourself. This is where you make some decisions. This is where decisions are made. Now, some people make excuses. But those who really want to get on in here and transform their existence and connect to their exquisite, this is where the decisions are made. This is work. This is work. Now, I tend to love the work, but it's work. So I embrace the work, but there's no sugarcoating it. It's work. It's work to be self-aware. It's work to, kind of go in the subconscious mind and be like, child, wait a minute. That's not mine. Like, why am I doing that? You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. Like what? Like what? I just picked that up. Like, let's say like somebody around you smoked. And then you just kind of, okay, you just kind of start smoking. Well, wait a minute. Wait. You just naturally absorb that. So like that kind of thing. Like this is like it's multi-layer. It's like an onion, like it's like the real thin layers. So it's work. And you do that emotional inventory 101. Like, and you go in there. So E3 is when you're like, oh, I did my inventory. Like, okay, wait a minute. I've been visualizing. Wait a minute. My fingerprint. I want different things than fill in the blank. There's a show that comes on. Um, uh, um, I cannot think of the name. On the Home and Garden channel, and I love the Home and Garden channel, and and they're looking for homes, right? And like they're looking for homes. I find this so fascinating. Like watching other people, and like they're buying a home, and like they're looking at the different homes, and it seems like they might look at more, but on the show, like they have to pick within the three homes, like they look at these homes, and then and a lot of people will say, oh, I want a home, like I grew up in, and I mean, and I'm not hating on that, like that's fabulous if that's really what you truly like want, but like it's really interesting, like how people like, oh wow, I want a home, like what I had. I want, like it's like they just naturally absorb whatever they, were conditioned to accept, and then that's what they want in their life. Like I just find it fascinating. Like me, I'm like, oh hell no, baby, I want some, like I want something like that's aligned with me. That might not be what they wanted at all. Like I don't want that. I respect that. I respect that they wanted that. But is that what I want? Hell no. That ain't got nothing to do with what I want. So like that. So E3 is when you're in that mode, like where you can make decisions based on your spirit, soul, and self, and being aligned with your exquisite. And so you are now, you have a clear lens. Your lens is not cluttered with the projections and the indoctrinations of those who, no hate, they provided what they knew to provide to you. But now you are of your own mind frame and mindset. And now you give yourself permission to have your own choices, to have your own visions. And whatever those visions are, they are aligned with your big three, spirit, soul, and self. And you're golden. So that's what E3 is, right? So we are now empower your exquisite. So your exquisite is now empowered, baby. She is thinking clear, concise, calm. She's ready, baby. Okay? And so now that is whether it is, well, people, place, or things, right? It really doesn't matter. You now have a clarity of vision. You now are connected to who you are, not what somebody wants you to be, not this, not that. We wear a lot of hats as women. We're the mom or not. We're the grandparent, we're the wife. We're the family. Like we wear a lot of hats. Those hats are extensions outward, serving others. You're the employee, maybe you're the boss, you're serving others. Okay, well, I'm asking you to give yourself permission to tap into what I believe is your most important hat, and that is you. Okay? So in order to be, mama, grandmama, nana, auntie, employee, boss, whatever, take care of you first. Then you are a better mama, nana, grandmama, like fill in the blank. So as women, we serve outward. We have to give ourselves permission and frankly, and be very unapologetic about it. Give ourselves unapologetic permission to go inward. And there will be some editing that takes place. Everybody is not going to like this. Like, I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea. And that's okay because I'm my cup of tea. So, and no one on planet Earth can take that away from me. And that is what this work is all about. Okay, so that is E1, E2, E3, the YAE. And you know what? Look, you're like, India, you know, like, where do you come up with all this stuff? I tend to be kind of organized. I'm like an organized nut. And so, and so I didn't realize it at the time, but in working through this, and again, this is like decades of work, but I want to accelerate the healing of women now so that y'all don't have to go through, you know, 3, 4, 5 decades of this stuff. Like, how can we, you know, like keep it tight, right? Like, you know, hey, you know, girl, you know, like bottom line it for me. So like that's what You Are Exquisite does. And to that effect, you'll see that all of the books are clear, concise, and are consolidated. I don't write like these big ass books. Like I don't have time for that. So I create systems where the message is, I hope, easy to be conveyed, absorbed, and implemented. Because again, my work that You Are Exquisite is dedicated and devoted to helping women heal in an accelerated context by clear, concise information that is aesthetically pleasing. I've got my journals and stuff over here, so that you stick with it. So mama don't need to be carrying a big ass book around in her purse. So that's not what I do. So you'll find all my work is, you know, really like slender, fits right in your purse. You know, you're on the train, you're on the bus, you know, you're being chauffeured, you know, like, you know, you just pull it out, you know, read it, you know. Now some journals are well, let me hold on. Okay. Okay, so of course I would have all of my big ones right here, but so like, see, like these are like larger format journals. This is the latest one. I'm telling, like I use all of them. This is the latest one. This is my sticker, so it won't come with this sticker on there. This is my You Are Exquisite sticker. Know, love, live, let. Say YES to your exquisite self. This is the dream big one. The kids really love this one. So, and like it's intentionally big, like for you to like freestyle. This is You Are Exquisite every day. And then this is my baby You Are Exquisite journal, a gentle reminder to put yourself first and work through what you are going through in a very accelerated context. And of course, the books help you heal. You Are Exquisite, Emotional Inventory 101. Emotional Inventory 101 is also a digital product as well. So there's a whole thing there with slides and everything where I'm walking you through emotional inventory and, you know, and all of this to, again, accelerate the healing process. Look, everybody is going through something. And the times that we are in now are really intense and, you know, ridiculous and self-sabotaging. That that is a whole other thing. But yeah, I don't understand this, but this is where we are. This is the season that we're in, and so having a clear mind, mind frame, and mindset so you can navigate the intensity of these moments has really never been more important in our modern era. So the mind is your top commodity, and I believe the top commodity these days. When is it not? Never. But right now, it is utterly important to be very clear of mind and be able to be discerning and make decisions based on what is in your best interest. Because again, the issues, events, and concerns that we are all grappling with are very, very serious and have serious implications, and the dominoes are significant. So our mindsets, our mind frame, and our mind itself is a glorious entity, our most. And so protecting her and taking care of her and nurturing her and really kind of decluttering, girlfriend. Like we need to declutter, honey. We look, as I think I asked on one of my things, how much emotional weight are you carrying? That is not yours. You are literally carrying like weight. I mean, like, weight, physical weight of emotional, like, distress, or like whatever your stuff is. Only you know. That's why the journals are so cool, because they help you to just freestyle and just like release that. So how much emotional weight are you carrying? And whatever that answer is, that's your work to clear, because you deserve to allow your visions and aspirations and dreams and goals. And I know you're like, India, girl, have you turned on the news? Of course. It's even more important because of the news. It's even more important. Today is history. We are living history. So recording it, writing about it from your perspective, I think that is I think that's very significant in terms of its value. Maybe not today, but long term. Remember, this is long game. Recording all of this from your perspective in your journal, whether it's a YAE journal or not. Of course, I want you to get the YAE journals. Like, they're great gifts and all that. Of course. But just look, write it on a damn napkin if you have to, but get it out. Record it. It's never been more important because of what we see ongoing. Okay? And so I guess I'll wrap here, and then we'll pick it up next Sunday, because all of this leads to your self perception transformation. And I really want to get, that's where we're gonna throw deep. The self perception transformation. Your inherited self perception is like wherever you are right now. You're just kind of, like whatever you're just kind of going through right now, and The subconscious mind, honey, she's just running everything. She is in charge, honey, and she is just running everything. Your subconscious mind is the boss, and you're just a physical vessel, and you're just doing whatever your subconscious mind tells you to do, honey. You get those french fries, honey, at midnight. Honey, your subconscious mind is just running it, honey. So that's your inherited self perception. Okay, and who doesn't love French fries at midnight? I mean, of course, of course. And do not insult me and not have the hot sauce. We must have the hot sauce. How dare you have French fries at midnight and not have the hot sauce? So that. So becoming aware of that, and just that, just having that self awareness to like realize that, well, is it really in my best interest to have French fries at midnight with the hot sauce? I know it's not in my and being able to face that. That's E1. Being able to assess it and face that. Be like, now, girl, now you do not need to be having those French fries at midnight. Even though I love the French fries at midnight and I have my own hot sauce. But being able to make like, take charge. Take ownership of your existence. That is when you are exquisite, baby. So that's what it's about. Yes, I am passionate about this because it's my life's work. And so everything that I've been through really turned out to be a gift. Because if it can just help look, baby, if what I've been through can just help one person, I'm good. Okay. Box checked. So if this work resonates with you, if this work connects to you, if you are like, who is this lady? She is so annoying, but she's like a car crash, and I can't stop watching her. I don't know. It's like she bugs the living crap out of me, but she's kind of making sense. Please share this material with someone and let me bug them too. Maybe it will make sense to them too, right? This has like all been like in my head for like, like decades. And so like I'm literally living like my E1, E2, E3. Okay. Like I'm literally like living it. Okay. So like everything that I write about and speak to you guys about is like what I know because like I literally like went through it. So I want to get into next Sunday because we'll do these like recurring. So I want to get into next Sunday, honey, your inherited self-perception. All right. All right. And your self-perception transformation and what the two are and how to assess the one inherited self-perception and then kind of work your way over to your inherent self-perception transformation. Okay. And so, child, I have just run, I have, yeah, how much? Okay. No, it's almost an hour. I swear. I really only wanted to go like 36 minutes was that was my limit. I completely blew over 36 minutes. Okay, so I will not hold you guys. I know you have a beautiful Sunday to persist, pursue, and prosper. And so I will let you guys go. Oh, I always forget this. I'm new to this YouTube stuff. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. I told you I was like etch a sketch. Like, I'm etch a sketch. Okay, so this is like a whole new thing here. Okay, and I always forget this. Would you like and subscribe and share the video? I always like forget to say that and ask that. And okay, so this is the You Are Exquisite Sundays. 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, live on the YouTube. And we will go into inherited self perception next Sunday. And I really want to get into that. And I just want to say right now a huge thank you to everyone. And I know we are going through some really creepy shit. And this too shall pass, but having our mind clear can only help us long term navigate what we're going through currently. I hope that made sense. So please know that you are not alone. That's what You Are Exquisite is all about. And connecting spirit, soul, and self as we go through just our daily, our daily existence, and knowing that you are exquisite no matter the obstacle, no matter the challenge, no matter the noise, no matter the what, no matter the who, no matter the people, no matter the place, no matter the thing. Always know, you are exquisite. I'm IndiaE. You are exquisite. Now, how do I turn this thing off? I don't know. I have no idea. What? Okay, wait. I really don't know. This is hilarious. I swear. Like what? Like I have no idea. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. No, I don't know. I don't. How do you turn it off? Oh, maybe you hit the X. Is that it? That might be it. Okay, so no matter I told you, like I'm literally learning in real time. Okay, so no matter the obstacle, no matter the challenge, no matter the noise, always know you are exquisite. I'm IndiaE, founder of Exquisite Woman Global. You are exquisite. Okay, check out You Are Exquisite at YAE Woman on the Instagram and YouTube. And the stan.store / IndiaE. And you'll see all the library, everything You Are Exquisite is right there. The library of journals. There's a free ebook as well. And the one-on-ones and all that stuff. Okay. So I'll see you guys next Sunday. Y'all have a wonderful look. Don't let anybody steal your joy, honey. Have a wonderful Sunday, and we will resume this dialogue next Sunday. I think I hit this X. Okay, so okay, so I'm going to try to end this video. Okay, y'all have a great day.